Rebels sweep San Jose State on the road this weekend as Mbake Zhang came through for his team today. And have you heard, the Lady Rebels are on a roll with their new head coach, Lindy LaRocque, undefeated on the road with a sweep against San Diego State.
I'm proud of everything. I'm proud of our new coach, our new team, our small team, our young team, our rebound team. I'm proud of everything. Like, I couldn't ask for a better team, a better coach, a better assistant coach, better staff, better everything. Better you. I couldn't ask for nothing better than what I have now.
And UNLV women's swim and dive team are your 2021 Mountain West champs. Everybody jump in the pool. We got highlights on highlights this week. The RebZone starts now.
Oh, dude, he's sick. I love Nick. He's tough. That was sick. He's a highlight film.
You are now entering the RebZone Sports Show on Fox 5, sponsored by Pueblo Medical Imaging.
Everyone, happy Sunday. Best day of the week because we got wins on Mountain West titles to talk about. Conference play is coming to a close this week. Can you believe that? The season is flying by. Well, let's take a look at the Runnin' Rebels sweep at San Jose State this weekend. All right, starting with game one against the Spartans, this was the freshman forward Devin Tillis' big night in his first career start with the Rebels. He scored a career high 14 points, 3 rebounds, shot 6 of 7 from the field. Okay, Devin, we see you, young man. Well, UNLV would turn the ball over 10 times in the first half as the Spartans' Omari Moore steals it and dunks it. San Jose State up 7-4. And Mbake says, okay, that's cool. I'll steal the ball away too. So now we got a dunk contest out in San Jose. Later, Devin Tillis pulls up. Have yourself a night, Mr. Devin Tillis. Rebels tie it up at 14. Spartans' offensive momentum kind of hit a pause in the first half, but Trey Smith comes through from deep. Later, David Jenkins Jr. with the long two, and the Rebels lead 35-22 at the half. Bryce Hamilton, who only scored 2 first half points, comes out in the second with some energy and some easy baskets. UNLV up 45-36. Later, Caleb Grill hits his first 3 of the night as the Rebels are now rolling 52-43. Spartans' Trey Smith was dangerous from way down there, but UNLV would dominate the second half. Yo, check out Nick Blake throwing it out to the backboard, laying it in himself, ballin'. UNLV took game 1 76-60. Well, game 2 was a tighter ball game against the Spartans today. UNLV lacked some early energy. It wasn't until 8 minutes into the game that Bryce Hamilton got a spark going for his team. Rebels up 11-8, but then the Spartans just start pouring in the threes as San Jose State jumps out to a 25-22 lead. Caleb Grill heats it up from the corner as he ties up the game at 25. Later, Nick Blake in transition goes up for 2 and 1. The Rebels take a 28-27 lead at halftime. David Jenkins Jr. hits a big 3 to give the Rebels a 10-point lead, 42-32. And later, Nick Blake throws it up to Mbake Zhang for the dunk. Clutch Mbake was explosive tonight, putting up 13 points, 13 rebounds, and a block. What would the Runnin' Rebels do without him? Well, the Spartans kept hanging around late. Trey Smith from deep ties the game up at 54. David Jenkins Jr. later hits a crucial 3 for UNLV to put them ahead 64-60. 11 seconds on the clock. David hits a free throw. It's 67-64 UNLV. The Spartans can tie the game with 10 seconds to go. They pass it over to Washington in the corner. Caleb Grill gets a hand on it. A second chance? No go. The Rebels hang on in the final seconds, 67-64, sweeping San Jose State. Well, a 16-point win on Friday and a gritty win today. Are these second games, we've seen this all year, they're just kind of like a toss-up of who's going to come out on top?
Well, we talked about the second game that the team with more physicality usually has a great chance to win. And for the most part, San Jose was the more physical team throughout the course of the game. But the one area, and it really paid dividends for us late, that we had great physicality was on the offensive rebound. None bigger than Mbake's late offensive rebound that saved us a possession there and kept the ball in our control. So the second game is definitely challenging, especially when you're on the road and you're in the hotel for extended amount of time. But the name of the game, especially in league play, is to come out with the win. And as much as there's a lot of teachable moments, we're fortunate to get the victory today.
What kind of energy did your team lack in the first half that you wanted to see from your guys?
Definitely, we had some carelessness with the basketball, and that took the wind out of our sails. We talked a bunch the last 2 days about valuing the ball, valuing every possession, playing for each other, sharing the ball, and we came out of the box and had like 7 turnovers in the first 8 or 9 minutes. That really hurt us. It hurt our confidence. It hurt our flow and pace offensively, and so put ourselves in a tough position.
Were you proud to see the momentum you saw from Bryce and David today?
I think those guys are both dynamic scorers. They need to be intentional about getting the best shot for our team every possession. Also, teams are starting to key on them more, particularly Bryce. And, we've been at our best when he's sharing the ball and finding his open teammates. So we've got to get guys in better spots and moving for him, giving him better outlets and passes. And he's got to be, a willing passer and finding his teammates, because that's when our team's at our best. So whether it's Bryce or David, we're better when we're balanced overall offensively, and we didn't do a great job of that here today.
And how clutch is Mbake for your squad?
Mbake is amazing today. His effort, his energy, he was definitely a bright spot. He was all over the boards, finished some plays around the glass, loved his energy. He was into it every timeout, every huddle. He was tremendous.
We'll hear more from Coach Otzelberger later in the show, but after the break, we sit down with the freshmen Devin, Tillis, and Mbake Zhang as we talk more about their San Jose State sweep and how they want to finish their regular season strong with 2 more wins against Fresno State this week. So Coach Otzelberger is fired up about this guy, Devin Tillis, a 6'6", 215-pound freshman forward coming out of Windward High School in LA. A career night for Tillis on Friday, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 6 of 7 from the field. Coach O really likes his growth this season and the leadership he brings to the team.
Devin's a great communicator. He's extremely intelligent, high basketball IQ. He knows how the game's supposed to go. Unfortunately, early in this season, there was different injuries that had held him out and not let him really get into a rhythm. But now as he's getting in that rhythm, we're counting on him, we're dependent on him, and he's continuing to do more each game. Certainly his first start Friday was tremendous, and we'll continue to have that confidence and belief in Devin to be effective for us moving forward.
And I asked Devin how confident he's feeling out there leading his team as a freshman.
I'm feeling really extremely comfortable. Having a guy like TJ just believes in me, and all the guys also believe in me. So just having that support cast around me is really helping me boost my confidence. And whenever I make a mistake or something, I got all the guys around me telling me, keep your head up, just keep going. Next play. Our motto is what's next. So we're always trying to move on to that next play. And really having those guys around me is really helpful for me, and it's boosting my confidence extremely. And as you saw tonight, I was feeling extremely confident and free, and I just went out there and played.
And Devin shares more on why he feels so confident playing in the post.
My high school coach always kind of put me in the post. Whenever there was a smaller guard on me, or even against bigs too, because I'm a little quicker than I'm getting around them. But this year, me and Coach Buckley have really been working on different type of post moves because it's really been working, and they're looking to utilize me more in the post to get us more paint touches. Because when we get paint touches, we get more open threes, or we get better looks at the basket. So really, that's the big thing for me.
And as the Runnin' Rebels return to the Thomas and Mack this week to close out their regular season against Fresno State, Devin tells us how they want to keep stacking wins right now and finish league play strong.
Really, we just need to keep our energy up. We're looking to convert on the defensive end more. It's been a little poor lately, but we're trying to build on that, because when we get stops on the defense, we convert on offense. And it showed. If you look through the statistics, every time we do good on the defensive end, we're getting good stuff on the offensive end. So we're trying to build on our defensive end, and then just build as a team. Just always staying together, because when we're the team that stays together, we always come out on top, and that's shown. So yeah.
And we also sat down with Mbake Zhang today, who put up 13 points, 13 rebounds, and a block to help his team survive at San Jose State today. He shares more about their nail-biter win.
In this series, we didn't do a good job last game going on the glass. I got 0 rebound, Bryce got 0 offensive rebounds, so that was not good enough work for us to to get. So that's why they emphasized this game. So everybody was going to the glass. Even though you don't get it, you just tipped it to get it to our guards, get daggers, get post touch and second chance points.
And how does Mbake expect his team to come out in their last 2 games of the regular season this week?
I think our identity is defensive. So every time we get 7 in a row, 10 in a row, like stops, we convert it pretty well in the offensive end. So I feel like if we keep getting better on defense, just get stops after stop, get kills, I feel like it's gonna be better for our offense with Bryce and David and Devin stepping up right now. I feel like it's gonna be good. So if we keep getting stops, like multiple stops, and just convert it.
And after the break, we catch up with the Lady Rebels, who swept San Diego State this week and remain undefeated on the road this season. 13-8 overall, 7-0 on the road. Lady Rebels feeling good. All right, so one time for the Lady Rebels head coach Lindy LaRocque. The Vegas native ranks 2nd among all first-year NCAA women's basketball head coaches in total wins this year with 13. The Lady Rebels are 13-8 overall, undefeated at 7-0 on the road. So a big congratulations to Coach Lindy LaRocque on all her success in just her first season at UNLV. Well, the Lady Rebels dominated San Diego State on Monday, leading by 20 at halftime. Junior guard Nia Johnson led the game with 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. UNLV cruised past the Aztecs in Game 1, 80-65. But Tuesday's game was kind of a different story, a much tighter ball game as the Lady Rebels led 31-29 at halftime. UNLV was down by 8 heading into the 4th quarter. The game was later tied at 71 with 10 seconds left as Nia Johnson comes through with the clutch winning basket. 73-71, UNLV hangs on to that undefeated road record. Have yourself a season, Coach LaRocque.
It kind of seems crazy, I've tried not to catch myself and sit down and reflect too much because I don't want it to end. But to think, obviously the road games is really impressive. COVID helps. There's no fans here, I think. But even then, you have to go out there and do it, And so, yeah, just really, really proud of this team. From top to bottom, the energy is there, effort is there. I mean, all 5 starters in double figures. I think that might be a first for us this season. Each one of them made huge clutch plays that we had to have, obviously.
Well, I asked Coach LaRocque why Tuesday's game was a much tougher battle than Monday's dominant performance against the Aztecs.
Well, I challenged them a little bit because those 3 quarters, Desi said it, our saying is tougher together. And we weren't together. We were playing hard, but it was non-directional and everyone was going in their own way. And so it was it kind of was like a false hustle. It felt like it's okay, we were playing hard, but it's not helping us, so we got to get on the same page. And so, I said, that the team that's been out there, that's not who we are. That's not how we play. You have 10 minutes to change it. Our backs are against the wall. You can change it right now, but you got to make a decision. You got to come out there together. We got to get some stops, some scores, and then put a little run together there. And again, even in the first 3 quarters, it really felt like we just had to weather the storm, because we weren't playing well. We were so disconnected, and to really keep it within, distance to still go and get it there at the end. If we don't play hard, we don't even have that chance. So then once we put the execution together with the effort, then we saw some really, really nice things there in the fourth quarter.
Well, now that their 2-game series against San Jose State was canceled this week, the Lady Rebels now have over a week to prepare for their final 2 games left in league play. Fresno State this week on the road on Thursday and Saturday.
It'll kind of feel like a long week here. Now it's Tuesday. Now we don't play again until the following Thursday. Again, traveling on the road. So I don't know that. They were really excited. Nia made the last second shot. But then when I told them that we were having 2 days off in a row, they about threw all the water and every water bottle up in the air like it was New Year's Eve or something. So, we've kind of had a long stretch here. It's felt tiring. So I think, them, me, our staff, everyone can use a couple days off here. And then we'll have a chance to regroup and really take some time to prepare for Fresno, who's an excellent team.
We also caught up with Lady Rebels freshman forward Desiree Young, who put up a game-high 20 points and 12 rebounds on Tuesday at San Diego State. I asked her how she feels about her team's success this season.
I'm proud of everything. I'm proud of our new coach, our new team, our small team, our young team, our rebound team. I'm proud of everything. Like, I couldn't ask for a better team, a better coach, a better assistant coach, better staff, better everything. Better you. I couldn't ask for nothing better than what I have now.
And as a young freshman who's shining this season, I asked her what more would she like to see out of her game as the Lady Rebels wrap up league play this week.
I would like to see myself more as an offensive rebounder. I love rebounding, but I couldn't be a better rebounder without my team. They miss this, I'll get that over, give it right back to her, shoot it again, goes in. I think personally that I could listen to my coaches a little bit more, take in what they're saying more mentally, physically. When they tell me to be tougher, make my layups, I got to take that. I couldn't do it without my team, though, my coaches. So.
And with 2 games left in the regular season at Fresno State, Young tells me how she wants to see her squad finish.
Well, our thing that we say is we're tougher together. So as long as we play together, we know that we'll win. Get Nia the ball, Nia's hot, let Nia shoot. Get Jay the ball, Jay's hot, let Jay shoot. Get Desi the ball, Desi's hot, let Desi shoot. We pass the ball. We get assists, we get scores, we rebound. We just got to work together. Tougher together, that's our skill.
Tougher together, I like that. We'll see if the Runnin' Rebels can come out tough this week and finish league play against Fresno State at the Thomas & Mack on Wednesday and Friday. We'll wrap it up with Coach Otzelberger after the break. Well, Coach, today's win was gritty. What kind of fight do you want to see from your guys at the Thomas & Mack?
We get back home, we need to be competitive. We need to compete on the glass. We need to compete defensively to keep our chest in front, do a great job guarding the dribble, coming up with loose balls. All those things are things that enact winning. So, and part of that grit we've got to continue to improve on is taking care of the basketball too. Physical offense, catching the ball, physicality, cutting, screening with physicality. Excited to get back to work on the practice floor tomorrow and improve upon that in that area.
Well, we talked, Coach, about how important it is right now to keep stacking these wins, keep carrying this momentum over. Is it important to win 2 more at the Thomas & Mack?
Well, we take a lot of pride in coming home, playing at the Thomas & Mack, regardless of who's in that building. We want to honor those that have come before us, coaches, players, alums, fans that have been in that building. And even though they can't be with us, we have a tremendous sense of pride, and we take that floor of the obligation that we have to ourselves, our families, and everyone who's done it before us. So we're going to come in hungry, passionate, fired up, and excited to get a victory one at a time starting on Wednesday night.
Awesome, Coach. Thanks so much. Travel safe, and we'll see you back at the Mac.
Outstanding. Thanks, Paloma.
All right. Well, I can't end the show without a huge shout out to the women's swimming and diving team. Your 2021 Mountain West champs turn up. The Rebels outlasted runner-up UNR in the 400 free relay to finish with 1,349 points, securing both their first Mountain West title in 16 years and their second in program history. So you beat your rivals at home on campus and clinched the Mountain West title? Doesn't get much better than that. Have a good weekend, guys. We'll see you next Sunday.